Hi, I did a video a little while ago where I ordered one of these Chinese-made T-5 parachutes and tried to assemble it. And I was overall pretty impressed by how well made it was, so I thought I would see if it would hold my weight. And since I don't have an airplane, I came up with this plan. So I'm going to make a little jig here that has a piece of pipe and a couple of eye bolts that would attach to the risers on the parachute. And then I have a piece of cable over the top, and that would attach to a winch so I could hoist myself. So if I had the winch at the top of a hill going over the branch of a tree and then attaching to this little pipe, it would take my body weight and I wouldn't have to jump out of an airplane. So I got my supplies, an old fence post, and measured out kind of center so I wouldn't be lopsided. And this was, I think, the easy part. This project was kind of a nightmare. So I got some eye bolts and cinched it up, and then I went on a little trip. And it's cool to me that there are places that still exist like this, places that have not changed dramatically since World War II and have not been built up or encroached on, just are just the way that they have been for decades and decades and decades, and it's really cool. So here's my setup. I've got my winch, I've got my cable, and then over a branch, and there's me down there. And this was a nightmare. There were so many technical problems just getting set up between cameras and stuff. And I finally got everything pretty much where I wanted it. And then I did a video a little while ago where I blew up a helmet and my cameras did not turn on. So at this point, I've been up for about 5 minutes, and it was not comfortable, but it was there.
How does it feel?
Not good.
How long are you going to hang up there for?
As little time as possible. This is a good example of the struggle. It was just uncomfortable and claustrophobic, and nothing worked. And this is, like I said, about 5 minutes in. You can see how uncomfortable I look. Your mobility is cut down. It's hard to breathe. I had bruises on my shoulders from the risers, and I just wanted to get down, but I'd already been up long enough that I needed to get some footage. So I did some math. Paratroopers, at least during World War II, the T-5s fell at 13 miles an hour, which is 19 feet per second. So ideally, you'd be in the harness for 31 seconds. Max on D-Day was minute 40, 110 seconds. Minimum was 15 seconds. So I was already in here way longer than most paratroopers were. And I couldn't help but think about that scene in Band of Brothers where they're landing and completely relate with this sentiment. So you can see I tried to do a little bit of mobility to see if I could reach anything in any pockets, and I really couldn't. Between all the gear and the harness and the reserve chute, there is not a lot of wiggle room, not a lot of mobility. I had a 1911 on my hip, and I was trying to see if I could even reach it, and I could not get anything that wasn't in my side pockets. So I finally got myself down, and very relieved. This was just a nightmare project all the way around. Someone's going to mention that my boots are black, and that's incorrect. And that is true, but these are original jump boots and are designed for supporting your ankle if you fall out of trees or have hard landings, and my reproductions are not designed for that. So that's why I wore these today. But overall, I guess it does hold your weight. I would definitely not jump out of an airplane with it, but for this, I guess it worked. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. And if you have any comments, please drop them below.
Tell me, do you regret your life decisions?
Every day.
Every day?